Alright, welcome ladies and gents. Some good news, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Games Workshop has officially announced that the Warhammer 40,000 universe has been greenlit at Prime Video. There was some... well, we say that it's officially announced. There was a statement previously from Henry Cavill. You know, he basically posted onto his Instagram, I'm going to be doing this. And there were some statements in the press as well to indicate, yeah, this is what they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing a Warhammer 40k universe at Amazon Prime. And, you know, Henry Cavill was going to basically take on the Kevin Feige role. He's executive producing, and he was, I don't know, like steering the whole ship. And then all fell silent for some time. For some time it had fallen silent. And a lot of people were a bit worried that this wasn't going to happen. Just all manner of things. It just looked like it had fallen by the wayside. But now, Games Workshop has announced that, earlier last week, that they've officially inked all the paperwork and have greenlit Warhammer 40,000 Universe at Prime Video, Amazon Prime, whatever you guys call it. Now, didn't look like Henry Cavill had shared anything over on his Instagram when I last checked. So I did a bit of scoping as well. It looks like he's still attached. That's good. Bit of a shame that he hasn't announced anything. I don't know quite what he's busy with at the moment. I know he's doing the, Argyle movie and things like that. But yeah, you'd have thought he'd have been super amped and posted something. But let's take a look, right? So there was a blog post, Games Workshop detailed back in December last year. We announced that Games Workshop and Amazon Studios had signed an agreement in principle to work together to bring the Warhammer 40,000 universe to screens big and small. Well, today we have an update, and it's one we've all been longing to hear. We've now signed the full agreement, and the next stage can begin. So from there on, the company outlined what their plans are moving forwards. So they say the following. Now comes the fun part. Working out all the creative details with our partners and getting the first script written and into production. What Warhammer 40,000 stories should we tell first? Should we kick off with a movie or a TV show? Both? So Games Workshop also added, all we can tell you right now is that an elite band of screenwriters, each with their own particular passion for Warhammer, is being assembled to help bring the setting and characters you love to the screen. The illustrious group will be championed by Henry Cavill, who stands ready to take his place as executive producer, bringing his pen, sword and or spear to the project. Now, again, yes, they've announced this. My point specifically about Henry Cavill not announcing anything himself, I'm hoping doesn't show that his interest has waned. Is I guess the sort of point that I'm making there. Because he was pretty quick off the mark before. But this all but confirms his Kevin Feige role. He is championing the writer's room. He is the executive producer. He is steering the ship. Now, he won't be given full creative control. It's not Games Workshop style. But I do like this. And I think this is really, really, really good. Quite frankly. So, finally, they instructed fans to be patient. TV and film production is a mammoth undertaking. It's not unusual for projects to take 2 to 3 years from this point before something arrives on screen. Still, things are now properly rolling, and you can bet we'll bring you all the latest updates and cool snippets as soon as we're able. Now, this is true. This is completely true. I do think, unfortunately, a lot of companies tend to announce stuff before they're ready to show anything. And I think people want an announcement and then something to be shown to reassure them that things are moving forward. I mean, we all remember the debacle of Judge Dredd Mega City 1. This is the TV series that seems to just not be happening ever. Who knows when? I mean, I went up, I think it was, God knows when. What was it, 2016, 2017? I went and interviewed Jason Kingsley and Brian Jenkins about this, the owner and also executive producer on Judge Dredd Mega City 1, and we're still no closer to anything happening yet. And then people just don't care after a certain while of false starts and false promises. Now, Warhammer 40,000 is a arguably bigger property, I guess, at this stage than Judge Dredd, and Games Workshop with Prime Video, they actually have a partner. So this announcement's it's not the complete comparison that I'm making there with Judge Dredd. I think that this is a little bit more confidence inspiring, but they are right. It does take a while to get things rolling, but it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. I think, quite frankly, I'm really excited, really excited. So, and this is the same thing, just as an FYI. So Henry Cavill is a huge fan. He's a huge fan, and he said, this was last year, December. He says, for 30 years, I've dreamt of seeing a Warhammer universe in live action. Now, after 22 years of experience in this industry, I finally feel that I have the skill set and experience to guide a Warhammer cinematic universe into life. That's literally him saying, I am going to be the Kevin Feige. I'm going to guide this entire universe. Partnering with Natalie Viscuso at Vertigo has been a blessing beyond words. Without her, we might not have found the perfect home at Amazon, and having a home like Amazon will give us the freedom to be true to the massive scope of Warhammer. To all you Warhammer fans out there, I promise to respect this IP that we love. I promise to bring you something familiar, and I endeavour to bring you something that fantastic that is, as of yet, unseen. And this is what he posted before, but he's not updated anything. So I wonder if maybe he's waiting for something bigger to give us. Now look, all right. I'm not a fool. Prime Video has produced some utter dog shit. Some absolute utter dog shit. There's a few positives here. They have produced some good stuff. Terminal List, for instance, is absolutely fantastic. And so is Reacher, as I've been told anyway. But the Terminal List is something which I have watched. And I strongly recommend. I really do like the Terminal List. Games Workshop, not so good in terms of keeping out the message and that sort of nonsense. Henry Cavill, though, is very good, and he will try to remain as true to the universe as possible with what he's allowed to do. But the real issue here, and it's not actually Amazon Prime, the real issue is Games Workshop, the owners and proprietors of Warhammer 40,000, because that company is very tight on creative control, and if they don't hand over the reins fully, or at least partially, properly to Henry Cavill, I do have a feeling like it could go downhill, mainly just because they will control things out the wazoo and it could lead to some issues. But I think this is good. I'm excited for this. Henry Cavill is the Kevin Feige of the WCU, Warhammer Cinematic Universe. I'm game for it. I think this is good. I can't wait for him to post something, because I think he's waiting and biding his time to post something which will get people really excited. So let me know what you think down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Cheers guys, take care. Bye bye now.